Okay, so we're looking at 1.3.2 different data types that are in Java. So there are two different types of data um, variables that we're going to be talking about. We have primitive variables that hold primitive types. This is what we're going to be focusing on today. There's also object variables that hold a reference to an object of a class. We will be getting more into understanding these in Unit 2. A reference is a way to find the object, like a UPS tracking helps you find your package. Okay, so the primitive data types that we're going to be talking about is an int, a double, and a boolean. Now, we've heard of all of these before. An int is an integer, so that's going to be any whole number, and it's int. A double is going, in other languages, it might be called a float. So a double means that it's going to have a decimal point in it. And then Boolean is going to be either a true or false value. So one of the notes down here that it talks about is that sometimes, depending on different languages that you use, we might use a 0 or a 1 to represent true and false. But in Java, we are just going to use the keywords true and false to represent our Boolean variables. Okay, going back to object variables, a string is one of the object types. If we were taking the exam, that would be there, and is the name of a class in Java. A string object has a sequence of characters enclosed in a pair of double quotes like hello. We will learn more about string objects in Unit 2. So right now we are most concerned with our primitive data type variables that are going to be ints, doubles, and booleans. There are now going to be a series of check for understanding questions for you to complete, and I'll be back with 1.3.3.